Here's what I'll say about Ezekiel. He's one of the best players in this draft, and I think he'll be drafted that way.
Elliott breaks free. Ezekiel Elliott gets a block and busts to the end zone. Got it again. Elliott. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Ball hands it Elliott straight ahead, 25-30, 35-40, 50-yard line. Elliott to the Hokies territory, angling left to the 10, to the 5, and to the end zone. Ezekiel Elliott.
Our next guest was maybe the most clutch player in college football over the last 2 seasons. His numbers don't lie. Let's get into these postseason stats with the Buckeyes. Over 200 yards per game, 12 TDs in 4 games, and a national title. Please welcome to the desk a potential first rounder here in this month's draft, running back Ezekiel Elliott. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so many consider you the best back in the draft. What running back would you say you're most similar to?
Got a feeling I know the answer.
Marshall Faulk. I grew up in St. Louis. I grew up watching Marshall Faulk. You know, he's my idol.
Yeah.
He's a mentor of mine, and he's a guy that he was a very versatile back. He was good at everything. You know, he was kind of another quarterback in the backfield. He had great hands out the backfield. You know, he didn't mind blocking.
Yeah, I was asking before we came on. I said, you know, where'd you grow up? He said St. Louis. I said, well, you're Rams. And he said Marshall Faulk. I said, okay.
All makes sense.
And you still have some ties with Marshall, correct?
I do. You know, we have the same agent, Rocky Arsenal, and you know, Marshall's been a big point in helping me out through this process, and you know, he's been a good mentor.
Coach, do they compare? How do you compare those two?
Well, it's similar. He's probably a little bit more powerful than Marshall.
Zeke is more powerful.
Yeah, a little more powerful.
Yep.
But
maybe not quite as quick, though. You are quick.
Yeah, he's quick.
You can run. You might be faster than Marshall downfield for 40-yard.
But Marshall, he had that.
Oh, just
you know,
it was.
Zeke has that, but Marshall's okay. Marshall Hall of Famer, by the way. Okay, so let's don't put him in the Hall of Fame yet. I mean, let's let him play. Let's put all that pressure on him.
There's some great stats after contact. This man, he's going to break some tackles.
Complete back, and he said about Marshall Faulk, and he has those same traits. He's a 3-down player. He never has to lead the field. Whether you're running it, whether you throw it to him, he can pass protect. He is the modern-day back in the National Football League.
So, if you don't mind, Mr. Elliott, I'm going to remind our viewers what you said about your coach after you lost at home to Michigan State. We're going to see it real quick here.
Oh, man. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the play calling. I'm disappointed in the situations we were put in. We weren't put in the right situations to win this game. I don't think Michigan State was better than us. I think I do deserve more than 11 carries. I think I really do. I can't speak for the play calling. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what they were seeing.
Okay. The next day, your coach agreed with you that you deserve more carries, and I think most fans agreed with you. So you were applauded for taking that stand. But do you now, in hindsight, have any regrets about it?
I don't regret what I said. I regret how I went about it. I regret the situation I put my coach in. I regret the situation I put my team in. I regret the situation I put myself and the university in. And, you know, I kind of shed a bad light on the program. I shed a bad light on myself, kind of making it seem like I'm a me guy, not someone that really cared about the team. And, you know, I put myself in a bad situation. I learned from the situation, and, you know, we all grow.
Is it fair to say you did speak the truth because you lost 17-14 and they did go away from running your power plays, right?
I think I did speak the truth, but, you know, it wasn't the time and it wasn't the place for that.
And how often were you asked about it as you were interviewed by the teams that might draft you?
100% of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
And you gave, I would assume, the same answer you gave us, pretty much?
Yes, I did.
And they'll be okay with that. And I think as a coach, you realize you guys are under as much scrutiny as a professional football player anymore, college athletes, especially when you go to a program like Ohio State. And your words are powerful, as you know. And anytime you have a beef with a coach, it's always best if you and the coach settle it. And it starts there and it ends there, and then it gets settled. You know, when you speak your mind in an emotional game like football, we all fall into that trap. Even coaches sometimes. You go up on the microphone, and and all of a sudden you say something, you go, you can't take it back. But that's okay. It's a learning experience for you. When you look at your history, you just want to help the team win. And coaches know that we got to get the ball to the best player. As I told you when you walked up on this stage, what did I tell you? How many times I'm giving it to you?
30.
I'm giving it to you 30. Okay? So, I'm going to give it right there, give it to him 30, see? And sometimes you get away with that, though. You know, sometimes you get, the game becomes, and you forget. Sometimes, you know, and when you're a head coach, if you're involved in play calling, you sometimes forget. And it was great for me as a head coach because I didn't call plays, but what I would always say is that I would watch the stars on our team and say, hey, coach, we got to get 15 the ball. We're okay with that? And we go, oh, coach, yeah. Well, get him the ball, so you'll be fine.
Okay, so if you give it to him 30 times a game, he's going to last 2 years in the NFL?
No.
Or you think he could?
That ball's not heavy.
Okay, all right. I remember
that. Way I do it.
Who was that back you had in Kansas City?
Yeah, pretty good. Broke the NFL record. How about that other one I had up in New York? Curtis Martin. Broke the rushing record. See, you played for me.
Okay. Zeke, help me out. I'm a Cowboy diehard, and I'm very torn right now because I wouldn't mind my team, which has the 4th pick in the draft, drafting you. We could use you, but I feel like we could use your teammate Joey Bosa a little bit more on need. So convince me to take you over Joey Bosa, if you would, please.
I think if you add me to the Dallas Cowboys roster, I think we're a Super Bowl team. I think the Cowboys have all the pieces needed. They have a great quarterback. They have a great veteran tight end, Jason Witten. They have a great veteran receiver in Des Bryant. All they're missing is a great running back. And you know, they're not saying they don't have great running backs there, but you know, I think that
we have a stable of running backs.
Exactly. And,
we might not have a great one.
Not like this.
No.
But ask him what team. Speaking of Dallas, tell him what teams you've already visited.
I visited Dallas, I visited Philly, and I have 2 more visits next week. I go to Miami and I go to Chicago.
Wow. Okay. How good or great will Joey Bosa be at the next level? What's your view of him?
I think he's a great player. He's the hardest worker I've been around. You know, I've never seen anyone block him one-on-one. I've seen very few couples block him 2-on-1, and the only time I've ever seen him contain is when there's 3 guys blocking him. So, you know, he's a guy that you have to game plan around. He's a guy that you have to know where he's at on the field at all time because he's a game changer.
Relentless?
Relentless.
1,000% every play?
Sir.
Well, you can just turn tape on.
Yeah,
guys don't lie.
He's one, so does he. But Joey Bosa jumps off my TV screen because I can't see people who can block him at the college level. Right. Okay, let's talk about a quarterback he played with who's not getting a lot of pre-draft buzz, and that's Cardale. Give me your insight into how good he can be at the next level if given the opportunity.
I think the sky's the limit for him. You know, he's a guy that's physically talented, as talented as anyone I've been around. You know, he's a great athlete for his size. You know, 6'5", 250 pounds, can run, can jump over you. And, I mean, he had the strongest arm in college football last year. He can kneel on the 50-yard line and throw it through the upright. So, I mean, he has all the talent in the world and just kind of getting them to show that on the field.
Yeah, in your run, obviously, to the title 2 years ago, he was spectacular. Some people thought it was more a blip than a trend. You know, maybe he just got hot for a couple of games, but he was sensational. Then there were struggles last year, but your whole team struggled to repeat. Was Cardale just part and parcel of a whole team that was trying to regain that level that you had 2 years before?
I think he was kind of as part of a team that was trying to regain that level, but you know, just he got thrown into to win so fast. You know, he kind of went from a third-string quarterback to a superhero, a legend in Ohio, and you know, I mean, that's hard to handle. You know, just kind of burst into the spotlight, and I mean, he's gonna have a great NFL career. There's no doubt in my mind.
How many guys are going to Chicago off your team this Thursday or next week?
I believe there's 5 of us.
How about that?
That's impressive.
I think that's a new record, I believe.
Keep churning them in now.
They were so loaded last year, but as you know, it's so hard to repeat.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wait, you got your Cowboys question, and hold on.
Oh, you did.
I heard you say
that
if you joined the New York Football Giants, they would win a Super Bowl. Tell me about this.
You know, that's another team with a lot of the right pieces that, you know.
Yeah.
If I joined, it would be another three-headed monster, you know. And I mean, it would be. I'm blessed to be able to be placed in a lot of good situations.
Well, wait, it'd be a two-headed monster because they don't have a quarterback, right? Eli's still
He's
there.
so disrespectful. Come to the right
the
side.
interception thrower? The guy's missed the playoffs 3 years in a row?
Won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I don't know how, but he did.
He forgets that. He forgets that full detail. Ezekiel, thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you in Chicago in a couple weeks. Best of luck, and can't wait to see you on the next level. Going to do big things.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck, man.
All right. Up